Hi guys, and welcome to the JackFrags channel. This video is a sort of behind the scenes look at the Run machinima that I released a few weeks back. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you might have seen it. If you just saw it like on another website or you were linked it, then that's cool. I hope you liked it. There's also a sequel out, Run Episode 2, which you can check out as well. And I'm going to be going into the making of that as well. But yeah, we're going to start off with looking at the making of Run Episode 1. So, what was the idea for the video? How did I come up with the idea? Well, I was actually drifting off to sleep on a Friday night, and I had this song in my head from Neotokyo. And Neotokyo is like a total conversion mod for the Source engine, so like Half-Life 2 mod essentially. And it's sort of like Counter-Strike in the future, I guess, is a sort of way to describe it. But you should check it out if you haven't played it. It's a pretty cool mod. But the thing that really stood out for me about it was the soundtrack. And the soundtrack is by a guy called Ed Harrison. And it's a soundtrack that he especially made for the game. It's like 18 tracks on it, and they're all pretty amazing. And considering that it's just one guy who does it all sort of from his bedroom, then the music is pretty epic. Anyway, so one of the songs in it is called Departure. And yeah, so I had this song in my head as I was going to sleep. And I thought, this would go really well with like Battlefield 3. But I thought instead of just doing like a montage, of kills or whatever, do like a choreographed sequence, sort of like a movie. Maybe that would look a bit cooler with the music. So I spent an hour sort of, as I was falling to sleep, thinking of which level would be best to do it on, what would be cool to have in the movie, what weapons to use, what's going to happen. So I sort of came up with the idea of Run, and yeah, so it's a choreographed sequence on Damavan Peak. I thought that was the best sort of map to do it, and I thought the best place to start would be around here. So I spent 3 hours on the server figuring out what was going to happen, and after replaying the song over and over again in my headset, I sort of figured out where to start and where to end, where the enemies were going to be, and how I was going to actually make this happen. So I got as many friends as I could, and they sort of agreed to help me do it, and sort of planned it all out. So I thought the best place to start would be up here, like the guys looking at the sun, and then the introduction to the song is actually quite calm. It sort of builds up, so I thought, well, that doesn't really go well with shooting, so if we have like a little build up, make a bit of tension, whatever, set the scene, it'll look way better. So we start up here, and you've got a teammate sort of there who is Sam, and he's the assault guy, and we sort of run over here, and as we get to these bushes we sort of creep up ahead, and we're sort of overlooking this compound. And the basic concept of the video is just have a guy, you don't really know what he's doing, you don't know his name, you don't know what his objective is. He's just gone to this compound, he's just got to kill as many people as possible and just get out of there, whatever. So he's just going to go on a rampage, basically. So we come up here and we're sort of overlooking this compound, and in the video you can see some guys like milling around. Yeah, so we run up here, we sort of see there, overlook that. And then we're like, right, okay, it's time to go in. So I sort of run along here as my squad mate runs down there. He gets to there. Then we sort of go again. He runs over to that tree. And we get to this wall. And so the characters sort of know that there's bad guys in here. So they're like, what's the best way of getting into this place? And as I was recording this, obviously I was on Ventrilo with my mates, but I couldn't hear them because otherwise it'd get picked up by the recording. So I didn't want voices in the stream, but they could still hear me. So I was sort of calling out instructions, and so was my teammate Sam, who was here. And during the whole process of the video, he ran behind me and gave people instructions like telling them what I was doing and when something was going on.
Places.
Like, you can probably start firing them a bit earlier, by the way. That's what I've noticed.
So yeah, the best way to sort of enter here was like with a grenade launcher. So I tried like C4 on the wall, but if you just put like one C4 to make like a little hole, it doesn't work. For some reason this wall's just made of adamantium. It just doesn't want to blow up unless you put like 5 C4s on it. And if you do that, the whole thing blows up, and that didn't look very good in the video. So yeah, I decided, you know, grenade launcher is going to be best. Going to make a little hole which I can jump through. So I'm here and I do the little reload thing. Check like I've got all the ammo in there, whatever, and I give him a nod. Then as I gave him a nod, he sort of pings a grenade into the wall, and I go and jump through here. And so I sort of planned out where people were going to be. So for 2 hours I got everyone on the server who agreed to do it and showed them where they had to be, in what position, and what they had to do, what kit they had to have, where they had to respawn. Because if you've seen the video, you'll notice that I think there's like 16 kills in total, but I only actually had 8 people working with me, so they had to respawn once they'd been killed and get to the right location at the right time. So yeah, we'd blown these objectives up as well, so we could get to the next part of the map, because obviously this part of the map is like locked down and you can only sort of be in this part until you've blown these objectives up. So each time we wanted to record like a run, we had to restart the level and set everything up again. So that's why it sort of took quite a while. But yeah, so I come through this wall here. There's a guy there, and a guy there. So I kill those guys, and then this building here, you notice like in the video, it's like a massive explosion, and a grenade launcher on its own doesn't really do that much damage. So what I actually did before I started, if I can actually get in this window, before I started filming it, I put C4 like there, and then suicided and respawned, and you know, obviously the C4 is still there. So as I was sort of firing the grenade launcher at it, instead of just making a little chunk in the wall like that, the whole thing blows up, and that just looks more cinematic, it looks cooler. So that was that. There was a guy in the window there as well. That was Mr. Prime. He dies. And then as I'm here, Carl is like running over here to the helicopter, so I ping him in the back. And then next guy's here. I think this was my friend Adam. Shoot him. And some people in the comments said, "Oh, why didn't you shoot the barrel there?" Well, if you're like running through trying to keep up with music and trying to get everything done fast so it looks pretty slick, sometimes this barrel just doesn't want to blow up for a while, so that sort of ruined the flow. So I just shot him. I jump over here, and yeah, some parts are sped up as well, you'd have noticed, and basically that's because we were like 10 seconds late with the video in the end. So obviously I wanted the footage to sync up with the music, and yeah, the only way to do that was to like speed some bits up. In hindsight, like I'd preferred obviously if the whole thing was perfectly choreographed to the music, but you know, reality, you can't really do that. So yeah, we come down here, there's a guy there, and then there's a guy here, Tommy, with a RPG, and he just shoots the RPG and it misses me, and then he runs for the helicopter. And if you watch the video back, you'll see that he sort of hands outstretched as if he's sort of going to open the door. And of course there isn't like a hand stretch animation to open doors, you just sort of bink in and out of the vehicles. But it was because he was reloading his RPG and his hand sort of reached out as if he was opening it, but just before he gets it, he gets bloody knifed. So yeah, he's dead, and at this point pretty much everyone has already respawned and are running to their next positions down at the bottom.
Gotta be careful not to hit those rockets.
That's the
jumping.
Don't fucking parachute.
What's the fucking mean parachute?
A-game, everyone, come on, A-game.
So me doing the base jump gives them time to get in their positions at the bottom, and you can't really see them from up here. Like on the video, I don't think you can see anyone. I think they're already sort of in place just before I get to the bottom. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to have the base jump in the movie because it's sort of one of the cool things about Battlefield 3. Like, look at this like scenery; it just looks amazing. And I wanted to sort of include all that to get like a picture of the scale of the game. So yeah, so I base jump off here like this, and this part we actually got wrong a couple of times because like there was once when I deployed my parachute like at the wrong time, like far too early, and I ended up floating down like this. But you can see on the map down there, there's like a white X on the floor, and basically every time I did the jump, I tried to land on that X, sort of like X marks the spot. And there was only one person I saw in the comments who actually noticed that, so whoever you were then, well done. But yeah, it was sort of like an X marks the spot thing, so we land down here. And the guys are in position here, there's one guy there, one behind this window. And then this pit here, the door's there, but you know, you don't want to use a door when you've got a grenade launcher and you can make a massive hole in the wall. You want to make an entrance in style, you want to be like Batman, just, you know, walking through the door. It's like, hi guys, I'm here, how you doing? But, you know, grenade launcher, motherfucker.
Going in the building. In 1 sec. Going in now. Going into the next building. Now.
So I get in this building, shoot the guy there, there's a guy there on the floor, guy up here, and then as I'm coming down here, there's a guy running into this building, and I messed this part up a couple of times as well, because I have to get a grenade in there, and when you've got no HUD, it's quite hard to, see, I just missed it there, it's quite hard to get the grenade in there, and in hindsight what I should have done is like put some blue tack or some like a bit of sticky tape in the centre of the screen so I could got it in. But you know, we got it in eventually, that's what she said, and there was a guy running along here, kill him, and as I'm coming up to this light here, I shouted out, alright, go, and the guy here is called Arne, he's a pretty cool guy from Norway. Anyway, so I said like, okay Arne, go, and he pops out and shoots me, pew pew, he shoots me, and then I sort of like go into the dying animation here in this light, and it's like, oh fuck, he's just gone through this epic mission and now he's dead, motherfucker. And then out of nowhere, teammate's back, comes round here, knifes the guy, he's dead, and then as the screen's fading, bam, revive, you'll live buddy, now get back to the fight. And then we sort of run off, come over here, have a Mars bar party and lick this lorry for a bit.
Heads down, grenade out!
It's gone all the way through.
Go.
You're going in the wrong direction, soldier, come on! Oh, fuck, thanks, man.
Holy shit, I think we just did it.
That was fucking perfect.
Holy shit.
That was fucking
We just fucking did it.
Hey! Oh, fuck, I wasn't recording. Actually, no, I'm only kidding.
Oh, JK's not rolling.
There was like a white hot flash of fear went through me there. Terror.
That was amazing.
Your grenade, Jack, your grenade went through the window and out the fucking back window of that room, right down
Nice.
the opposite side. I just watched it sail past me. I was like, oh.
Good job, guys.
Well played, everyone.
That was amazing. Thanks so much. That was really good.
Alright, catch you in a bit, mate.
So yeah, I mean, it in total, it probably took, the whole video probably took about 8 hours. Like, it was like 2 or 3 hours by myself on the Friday night, sort of figuring out where everyone was going to be and syncing it up with the music. Probably like an hour and a half film, like telling everyone actually that probably took about 2 hours, like telling everyone what they had to do and where they had to go. Then filming it probably took us about 5 or 6 goes, and that took up a lot of time because every time we did it or we messed up, we had to restart the server, plant 2 bombs so we could advance the level, and then record it all. So, thanks a lot to the guys that helped me out because it took a lot of time out of your precious lives. And, the end product was good, so I hope everyone's happy that they sort of took a part in it. And, yeah, thanks for helping me out with that, guys. You're all superstars. So, that's pretty much how we filmed the whole thing, and from inception of the idea and then finishing it and recording it, editing it, probably took about 8 or 9 hours in total, I guess. And yeah, it's had a pretty good response so far. It's had a nice amount of views, so it's pretty good. The second version of Run has actually been released as well, and that's part of the Only in Battlefield 3 competition. And I decided for that one, try and ramp it up a notch. So that one's a bit more complicated than this one was, but there'll be another video coming soon where I'll talk about like how that one was made. And yeah, thanks to all the subscribers for coming back and checking the videos and commenting. I'll always try and read your comments and reply if I can. Yeah, hopefully the channel's going to keep growing, and it's a good thing. Yeah, so thanks a lot for checking out the vids, and I'll see you next time.
Fucking hell!
Yell out when you want me to duck out and shoot him.
Grenade out! Grenade incoming!
Now.
Where the hell are you heading? Get back in here!
This is fucked up. I'm well out of combat. And I can't res him again. And I'm out of combat.
What happened?
We're jumping. Oh, he's fucked it up. He's fucked it up so hard. Oh, he's fucking. I can't.
What?
Oh, it's heavy fucking.
How's he done it? What's he done?
Heavy fucking
That was
jumping.
perfect.
Oh, guys.
I-
The fact that we're parachuting
What?
already
I mean-
is a sign that it's been fucked up.